Hello and welcome to this backwards compatible comics review. Today we're going to be looking at Batman Arkham Knight issue 1. Now this is a physical copy of the digital series that's been coming out from DC. This collects the first 3 digital issues, and it has good points and bad points, which we'll go through in a sec. It's written, we'll start off with the creators. It's written by Peter Tomasi with pencils by Viktor Bogdanovic, inks by Art Thibert, and colours by John Rauch. So we've got a nice little collection of people coming together. So the idea is this starts just as soon as Arkham City finishes. There are references to the game, but you don't. I'm not sure if you need to have actually played the game to get the references. There's a bit from obviously from Batman and from Bruce, of course, but you also get a few little bits from some of the villains, and also obviously Alfred, because you can never have a Batman comic really without Alfred being quite prominent in it. So the kind of problem with it is sometimes when they do the digital issues it works really well because they're short bite-sized. Problem is when they're collected together, it does feel like there's quite a lot of rogues all crammed into one thing. But obviously if you play the Arkham games, you know the fact that this is the common theme where every single all of the two Rocksteady games definitely have had just a continual amount of you meet every single rogue that Batman's gone up against all the way through, and that is definitely true in this issue as well. But obviously when you look at it as a digitals, when it's separated into 3, then each so rogue would have his own little digital issue. So you've got to think of this kind of a collection and trade, even though it's not that long. It's quite fun. It reads a lot more like the game and looks a lot more like the game. It's quite visually, it's quite, as you saw from that preview stuff, it's quite visceral, the visuals, and again it has a stronger fitting in with the games. I like these sort of prequels. I think they're great. The Paul Dini Arkham City I've read, and that was great as well. And it's a nice little breaker between it. Obviously, the only thing is it may spoil a bit of the surprise for the game. So you have to decide: do you want to watch or do you want to read? And that's something that obviously only yourselves can decide. But for me, it's not of the 2 Batman comics that I read. Definitely, I prefer the Snyder main book, but this is definitely a good read. And again, if you like the Arkham games just like me and you really can't wait, especially hopefully it won't be put back in, but if it is, then this might be the one thing you need to keep you tide you over. So thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to pick this up from DC if you want to. Leave a message or leave a comment if you've liked it or you haven't read it or you want to, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.